this skull makeup look is going to be my like very easy last minute makeup look, and it looks harder than it actually is. This actually only took me like 20 minutes, and it would have taken me less if I wasn't filming. So I kind of want to create a little bit of depth in my eyes, so I'm just going to run some pink eyeshadow in the socket part of my eye and then also on the top of my cheekbone. It's kind of just like sketching out where a normal skull would have it all black. I'm doing pink. You could do whatever colors you want. And then I'm going to, up on my forehead, make like a little bit of a temple and just shading in. It's easier if you use a little bit of a fluffy brush that is a dome shape. So I'm just kind of placing my brush and shading it in a half moon shape. The key to this look is kind of only creating the outline of a normal skull, and it kind of takes like the detail work out of it. And then you could do whatever shape you want for the cheekbones. You just want to make sure that it kind of goes down by the chin, because if you look at a skull face on, it kind of shapes the chin. So that's why I'm doing it like this. And then as you can see, I'm doing a little bit of shading with that same pink shadow underneath where I kind of made that cheekbone area or the jaw. And then you'll see in a second, I take my foundation brush and I kind of swirl it around where I want the different curves of the eyeshadow to be. It's easier to just watch than it is for me to explain it, but that kind of cleans up any parts of the eyeshadow that came a little bit further down than I wanted. And then for the teeth, I'm going to line the center of my lips with the pink eyeshadow. I'm taking a little like flat definer brush that has a little tiny bit of an angle, and I'm going to create the teeth that way. So what I'm doing is I'm creating where the teeth would normally go, like spacing them out like that, and then I'm going to shade in the corners of where the lines are. So where the line meets the center of my lip, that is where I'm going to shade. Bouncing that thing in them jeans, got it dirty. Busting out the seams in them jeans, got it dirty. Make that thing clap, G-string loose fancy. Down south girls love to do them freaky dances. And then I'm also going to shade in where I drew the lines on the top. And I'm also going to connect the two lines almost in like a Hershey Kiss shape, and that is going to be the shape of my teeth. And I want to make sure that as I'm shading this, I don't keep dipping in a lot of product. The less product, the better, because you can always go back in and shade even more. But if you go in with too much at first, it doesn't always look good. So you want it to be very shaded and blended out. And then I'm going in with white eyeliner. This one is just by NYX, and I'm just going to create a little bit of a highlight on my eyelid. And then I'm also, wherever I put the pink shadow, I'm also creating a little bit of a highlight, either on the top or the bottom of where I created the eyeshadow. And what that's going to do is, from far away, it's going to kind of make it look a little bit glowy and neon. And it's just going to kind of create something extra, so you don't have to do a full skull, but it just kind of still makes it look like it's a little bit extra. So as you can see, anywhere that I put that shadow, I'm just going to create a highlight right above it or underneath it, or both. And then I did a little bit of a half moon on my chin as well, the same thing that I did on my forehead. And that's just really going to create the outline of the skull. And then I'm just going to do a nose. There's so many noses that you can do. I'm just going to kind of stick with the simple theme and just do kind of like a teardrop shape on my nose. And then I'm going to fill it in and do the same thing with the white eyeliner. I did a little bit of a highlight on the tip of my nose as well, and then I just outlined the entire nose with the white eyeliner. And then I'm going to fill in the teeth. So where I did that Hershey Kiss, I'm just going to fill it in with white. And then I'm going to go back in after and shade with that pink eyeshadow and kind of fill in all the gaps with pink. And it's kind of like whatever you would do with black, that's what we're doing with the pink. And then the teeth are obviously going to be white. And I'm just making sure that I don't do anything too square or too round. You kind of want them to be a little bit different shapes. And then I'm just keeping that pink shade, and then I kind of shaded it in a little bit with white as well. As you can see, I am shading in between all of the teeth. That's going to make them pop a little bit more and look a little bit more realistic. To add a little bit more to the eyes, I'm just taking that pink eyeshadow and running it on my lower lash line, and then I go in with the MAC Kohl eyeliner in the shade Feline, and I'm going to line my waterline with that, and then I just added some bottom mascara just to, you know, do something a little bit extra with the eyes. You can totally leave the look like this, but just to go that little extra step, I'm taking these little pearls and I'm putting it on the top of each tooth. I actually didn't have enough, so I ended up doing 4 on the top and 3 on the bottom. But in a perfect world, I would have had enough, and that would have looked really badass if I had enough pearls for every single tooth. Something else that's really easy is you can take little gems and put them right above your eyebrow or pretty much anywhere, like on your cheekbone. You can even, if teeth are a little bit hard for you to do, you can even put these little gems as teeth instead and then kind of shade around them. And then I'm just doing like little bones on my neck. You can pretty much do whatever you want. I feel like makeup like this is kind of your costume. Like, you don't really need anything else other than this. So, happy Halloween. I love creating Halloween videos, and I will see you next year with Halloween videos, but back to regular makeup tutorials next.
What you doing, girl, with all that?